So we'll be doing some archery hunting in southwestern Alberta in the Porcupine Hills.
We're extremely fortunate to live in the area where we live.
We do feel blessed that we live where we live.
So lucky that we can go just for a quick little drive and see all this. Where we live is probably some of the best mule deer hunting in the province.
Opening night, action.
Prairie Pursuit is brought to you by BL & Sons Construction, Black Rock Automation, Bushnell, Butcher's Best, Capital GMC Buick Cadillac Regina, JB's Sausage Supplies, Customize, North Pro Sports, Precision Instrumentation and Supply, Real Estate Center, Rock and Red Enterprises, K9 Training Center and Labradors.
So this week has been a long week for me. Monday afternoon I got a text that Johnny got one, and Wednesday afternoon I got a text that Dad got one, so I've been just itching to get out here.
So we went and grabbed Joel. Joel's 14 now. Let him drive. I should probably let him drive more than I really do, but to be completely honest with you, he scares the crap out of me driving, so. I don't know what's scarier, my kid driving or I'm old enough that my kid's legal to drive. He's got to learn how to spot and drive now, though. With your
It's a
head
professional
like this.
skill.
We are now in archery mode. Archery hunting is one of my favorite things to do, and as well as Joel. It's a little quieter. We hunt a lot of public land. You don't see as many hunters. There's not as much pressure, and you get the elk in the rut. There's no better time to hunt these elk when they're rutting. When hunting season rolls around, we're ready. It's not like we pulled the bow out of the closet, dusted it off. It's quite a skill to be proficient at and be ethical at.
Lots of times people look at archery hunting, kind of look down on it, unethical, and think people just go out and start flinging arrows at 100 yards at deer. You need to keep up and practice so you're confident making every shot from every angle.
Exactly. You owe it to that animal to practice.
So it is the day before Archery Elk opens. We had a herd of elk spotted, but we had no permission lined up.
I have found over the years is knowing where the elk are. You put your homework in, you know where to go, you know where they're at, you know where they've been. It makes things way easier than just wandering around the bush. I tell you, sometimes you can go days and days and days or a week without seeing the elk, and you're just wandering around aimlessly. I would much rather know where the elk are. I'm out all summer and all hunt season, glassing all the time. Really beautiful country down here to hunt. It's huge country and it's very spectacular.
We had a herd of elk spotted, but we had no permission lined up.
We have an idea where they're at.
We called up the landowners, a few landowners tonight, and it was we were very fortunate that we had got some really good permission lined up. And we get there tonight, and there's about 50 to 75 elk out in the field. So we're just trying to make up a game plan right now. It looks to be 2 or more legal bulls in the herd.
So this is always an exciting time. The eve before opening day archery, all the preparation and all the spotting and everything comes down to the morning. We've got everything lined up, we're ready. We've got permission, we've got elk found. We've patterned these elk now for a couple weeks now, so we know where they're bedding, we know where they're feeding. So, I mean, it's up to us now to make it happen. Tomorrow morning, here we go.
These elk are kind of right almost on the boundary of public land and private land. We were fortunate enough to get the permission, but it wouldn't be very far for them elk to move. If they get bumped, they'd be right into public land again. It's really anyone's game for these elk. So it's open day, Archery Elk, September 1st. We got some elk spotted, but we're kind of still unsure of what we're going to do for a game plan, whether we're going to watch them and put them to bed and work from there, or head out in the dark and try to cut them off on their way to bed. So this year, Dad and I really put in our homework early season. We had 3 or 4 different herds that we could go after, but we picked one herd. It wasn't the herd with the big bull, but it was the herd that we had the best chance of getting in close to. They were going up through a clearing that was kind of heart-shaped, so we nicknamed it the Heart, and we were planning on being up there kind of in the dark. As soon as they're entering, we want to be following them. So we kind of stand up to go glass around, and we look across the ridge, and on our side of the coulee there's another herd of elk. We look across, there's a few legal bulls. I walk behind Dad, and Dad says, "Down, down, down." So I look up and there's some elk filing by at 60 yards. Crawled up, 3 of us, me, Dad, and the cameraman Trevor, and we got right behind this bush and we sat down and we cow called twice, and the whole herd came like running right to us on a rope. So they come up. I had no idea that they were this close, and then all of a sudden Dad says, "Draw." So I'm kind of freaking out, so I draw below the bush. And I'm waiting for probably, I don't know, 10 seconds maybe, and I see ears coming over the hill at like 20 yards.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God. That was such a fun one.
And it was about 25 yards on the frontal shot, which was a little far because they can twist or jump string or something. So I let her take a few more steps, and she turned pretty much directly broadside. We thought for sure it was going to be down right 100 yards over the hill. And we went and looked, and we found the arrow right away, and it was blood-soaked, perfect.
Good arrow.
But finding blood was hard. The grass was, just couldn't find blood in it. And
There's a lot of underbrush of red.
Yeah.
When you find blood, you know it's blood. But there's a lot of red there, so we really had to work. She was running through the wide open down a hill, so we thought, well, we'll just go peek over this hill, maybe we can see her down there.
Everything looks really good. It's hard to find blood in this grass. Lots of red in it, so we're gonna just keep marking our blood trail.
So we're walking, and Dad yells, "She's down here in the bottom." So by the time we get down there and find her, she probably went 350, 400 yards. It's only been a half hour. She was bloated for no real reason.
Weirdest thing why she bloated up.
Man, you're so happy, but then your favorite thing in the world is done on the first day. So, here we are, my 2018 cow.
Man, it was just perfect the way it all went down. I couldn't believe it. The stock, the wind, everything played in our favor. That good shot. Joel made a great shot. We're from the area and know a lot of people, the landowners, and they've been really good to us. Thanks to our landowners who let us hunt and give us the access like that.
We're fortunate. We have lots of landowners who are gracious enough to grant permission to us during the archery elk season.
Thanks, Dean. these landowners who allow us to hunt on their property and let us do what we love. Without them, it'd be a lot tougher. Well, unfortunately, his elk season's over real quick, September 1st, but that's good. It's all good. That's what we're doing it for that one moment in that freezer full of meat. So it was a great opening day. This is how a 14-year-old dresses. The elk are gonna be laughing all day. My shirt's on backwards. We went back out last night to do some spotting. I still have a bull tag. And lo and behold, them elk are pretty much back where they were, the same spot. Looks like a real good 6-pointer. There's at least another 3 bulls hanging out around that area. So with any luck, we'll put an arrow into a bull elk this morning. We got up nice and early and got in the dark. We seen a handful of small herds, a couple cows here, a couple cows there.
Day 2 was, it was a tough day. No great big herds, but there was lots of elk, tons of bulls. So we decided that was definitely our plan, was to walk in the dark. So we get in, is pretty much dead. We found one little herd of elk. So we spent the rest of the day doing lots of stands.
The Prairie Pursuit team's using these Bushnell Engage. We used them last year. I had a pair of 10x42s and they're really good. I was really happy with them.
The weather's nice for one, that's always a bonus. Nothing beats a nice long day, 12 hours of hunting in, have a nap on the hill. Nothing beats a nap on the hill.
We had a bit of a nap, which was interrupted by a bunch of cows that walked right behind us. Part of the reason that you should always be aware while you're napping.
It was a long day. It was a little warm, a little windy. We seen, 10 or 12 elk, some spikers.
We heard the one bugle and then that was it, and we could not find those elk. This little plane keeps kind of circling the valley and we weren't sure what it was doing. All of a sudden this giant water bomber came by and just started dumping water on this little patch of trees. There's no fire, there was nothing. They must have been practicing or something. We're sitting watching, and all of a sudden this water bomber flies right over our head and starts circling the valley.
The things that come up that you don't see sitting on the couch is what I tell these kids. So it was just another cool experience. So it was fun to watch. I think the little plane was his pilot plane and his radio, and he was probably giving him coordinates where he had to drop, because they did this 3-4 times, circled. The little plane would come in, big plane would follow him. For some reason there was airplanes and water bombers bombing the valley. I have no idea why. There was no fire. This is a massive plane in a pretty narrow coulee, so I don't think the elk appreciated that much. So if there was much game in there, they're probably pretty spooked up from that.
So it was about a week after we decided to cut out my cows.
This is our homemade cooler. If you're going to do any kind of archery hunting early season, then it's almost necessary to have a cooler. So instead of going to the butcher right away and having them cut it up, we chose to build our own cooler, and we do all our own butchering, and so it's pretty simple, and it keeps me around 2 to 4 degrees. So early season hunting, you're gonna want one of these. Pretty slick system.
Having a cooler is a necessity, especially in archery season. It definitely does the trick. Just that guarantee that your meat's gonna be good.
If you're gonna hunt these situations, you have to have a plan.
So today we are going to be doing some cutting up on the elk and grinding it for some burger and sausage. So we had Grandpa, my grandma, Mom, Cal, and Dad and I, and we all cut up the elk. It takes a few hours, takes the whole evening, but it's good. Got lots of nice big roasts, steaks.
Burger, it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious.
Burgers are probably the thing that we use the most. It's crazy for the size of animal, the amount of meat that you get, but it's it'll last us quite a while.
It's very satisfying to do all your meat from field to table. We hunted lots and we hunted hard. I don't know how many days I got in, and Joel got in, but we hunted quite a bit. We called in
5, 6 bulls. We could have shot
tons of bulls.
We called in 4 spikers, and it's 3-point or larger here in this the zone we hunted. It was extremely foggy. We could not see anything. But we got up top here, and the fog just lifted.
Yeah, pretty. It was nice.
So we made a move on these elk, and they were not where we expected them to be. This exact same hunt we put on my cow elk, we did on these elk.
We've been chasing these elk for, since Joel shot his.
Opening day.
So every opportunity we have, we're all looking for a bull.
So it is now the afternoon of the 23rd.
He's screaming at us. We've been copying him for about an hour, bugling back and forth. He's a little too far away to. We're gonna try to cut this distance in half and get in his face, scream at him, make him mad. You never know. Let's go do her.
Cool.
We got in real close.
Within range.
Yeah, right in their living room. I mean, we were on them.
The bull bugled at 60, maybe?
Yeah, I thought he was coming, raked a tree hard. We did see he is pretty immature bull. He's small.
Maybe, I'm not sure. He's
4-pointer,
not even a 5.
He was angry, screaming. I don't know if it was the bugling and he didn't want nothing to do with us, or the cows, or the wind, or whatever. He kind of did. They just worked their way up the ridge, and he bugled all the way up there.
Yeah, we followed him.
We followed him a little bit, and bugled and chased him. He's going further away. We're not as fast as elk. Joel thinks he is. He's not even close. Called in close to a couple legal bulls and just everything, just the
too far,
the bush or the tree or something didn't work out, which is all good.
From the 13th to the 20th, it was absolutely nuts. We were out there almost every day.
Kicked in.
And we were calling in bulls, we were having bulls bugling. A couple really close calls, but just never ever were able to get the job done. Never had one within range.
So we gave up.
Gonna head back to the truck.
We got a long walk to the truck. You know, when that one opportunity does happen, you got to cherish that moment because, yeah, we put in hundreds, maybe thousands of stocks for that one moment, that one successful kill where it all falls into place. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen for me this year with Archery Elk, which is all good.
We're extremely fortunate to live in the area where we live in southwestern Alberta. I mean, we go for a drive and see 2-3 herds of elk. It's not anything crazy, and then see a few bears and moose and big whitetails. Where we live is probably some of the best mule deer hunting in the province. So lucky that we can go just for a quick little drive and see all this.
We do feel blessed that we live where we live. We spend a lot of time in the summer, all we do is we just pack up a cooler and sandwiches and we go for a drive, and all we do is glass and look for animals. It's not always about hunting them, it's also just about enjoying them in the country that they live in as well. All in all, it's been a fantastic archery season. Joel was successful on the one hunt. Couldn't ask for anything more.
This concludes our 2018 Archery Elk season. Thanks for watching Bushnell's Prairie Pursuit.
Cut.
Prairie Pursuit is brought to you by BL & Sons Construction, Black Rock Automation, Bushnell, Butcher's Best, Capital GMC Buick Cadillac Regina, JB's Sausage Supplies, Customize, North Pro Sports, Precision Instrumentation and Supply, Real Estate Center, Rock and Red Enterprises, K9 Training Center and Labradors.